We continue now with our theme of highlights from Talkback. This is Installment 38. In our last installment, Installment 37, we started the three-finger gesture heading and we discussed the three-finger tap to invoke the Talkback menu. We continue now, and for today's demonstration, I am using my Pixel 6 Pro running Android 13 Beta 2.1 and Talkback 12.2. For speech services, I am again utilizing the Google Speech Services. I am on my home screen and now will tap with three fingers to invoke the Talkback menu.
Android Accessibility Suite. Talkback menu.
We are now in the Talkback menu, and what we're looking for in Talkback menu is an item that says Talkback Settings. I'll put my finger down and tap on Talkback Settings.
Talkback Settings.
Here is Talkback Settings, and I'll tap here to activate.
Talkback Settings. Navigate up, button, out of list.
I am now in the Talkback settings, and if you've been following these Talkback highlights, then you know that it's now time for me to put two fingers in the middle of the phone, and gliding those fingers upwards scrolls down the page to go tap on Customize Gestures. So in other words, when you're navigating through vertical pages and you want to scroll up or scroll down, you put two fingers in the middle of the phone, gliding them upwards scrolls down your page, and gliding them toward the bottom scrolls up the page toward the top. In this case though, I'll be putting my fingers in the middle of the phone and scrolling upward or gliding upward, which scrolls down my page so I could tap on the Customize Gestures. I'll now put two fingers in the middle of the phone, glide them upwards, and scroll down my page.
Showing items 5 to
I will now find and tap on Customize Gestures.
Customize Gestures.
Here is Customize Gestures. I will now tap to activate Customize Gestures.
Customize Gestures, out of list.
I am now on the customization page of the gestures. What will need to happen now though is that we need to change our granularity to the heading's granularity. If you've been following this series, then you know that we have one of three methods of changing our granularities. My preferred, of course, is always the scrubbing up and down with one finger in one fluid movement to change my granularity. However, if you prefer using three fingers, you could swipe down with three fingers, or swipe from left to right or right to left with three fingers, and that too would make it possible for you to change your granularities. I have already set my granularity to the headings, and so all that we need to do now is to swipe down with one finger. So in other words, whether you're using the up-down scrubbing movement with one finger to change your granularity, or using the three fingers to swipe from top to bottom or from left to right or right to left to change those granularities, once you find the heading's granularity, then what we need to do now is simply swipe down with one finger and keep doing so until we get to the heading that we are looking for. In this case, we're looking for a heading that says three fingers. So now I'll swipe down with one finger until I hear three fingers.
One finger, heading, in list.
Here is one finger. I'll swipe down again.
One finger back and forth, heading.
Keep swiping.
One finger angle, heading. Showing items 7 to 17 of 51.
Swipe down.
Two fingers, heading. Showing items 17 to 27 of 51.
I am on the two-finger heading. Now swipe down one more time with that one finger, and that should place us on the three-finger heading.
Three fingers, heading. Showing items 27 to 36 of 51.
There is our three-finger heading. And as I indicated, the last thing that we saw last week in Installment 37 was
Tap with three fingers, open Talkback menu.
And now below that we have the one that we're after, and this time it has to do with screen search.
Tap and hold with three fingers, screen search.
Tapping and holding with three fingers. So in other words, you tap with three fingers, but instead of letting it go, you hold the three fingers in place, and that invokes the screen search. So in other words, think of it like you're on a Windows computer and on a document or on a web page and you're looking for a particular word. All you need to do is do Control F and search or type in the word you're looking for. For Talkback, however, once we tap and hold with 3 fingers, that should pop up the screen search so we could type in the word we're looking for. I'll now navigate out of here by going home and go open up the Google Discovery page or the Google Feed home page, which is found to the left of the first home screen. So I could look for an article there and see if we could find something to search for. I'll now navigate my way back home.
Pixel Launcher.
I am now on my home page, and now using my 2 fingers, putting 2 fingers in the middle of the phone and swiping from left to right, that should take me to the first page to the left of my home screen. So in other words, when you are changing horizontal pages, then all you need to do is put 2 fingers in the middle of the phone and swipe from left to right to move to the previous item, or swipe from right to left to move to the next page. This time I'm looking for the item that is to the left of my first home screen, so I will now swipe from the middle of the phone from left to right.
Pixel Launcher. Button. In case you missed it, Pixel Watch sneaks through the FCC with Wi-Fi and LTE models. Heading, in list.
Here I am. The first item here has to talk about the Google Pixel Watch, and I'll tap here to activate this page so we could go read it and find something that we could make a screen search for.
Pixel Watch sneaks by us. Web view, out of list. Chrome.
It launches my Chrome, and now I'll scroll down the page and of course putting my fingers in the middle of the phone. That's 2 fingers in the middle of the phone, gliding them upwards to scroll down the page. And then I'll put my finger down and let it read, and then I'll choose a word to search for.
For weeks leading up to the unveiling of the Google Pixel Watch, we watched Google's FCC filings closely for new devices that might be evidence of their first watch. Those filings never came, and it appears now that that's because the Pixel Watch wasn't filed under Google's FCC ID. Instead,
Okay, so it read a little bit and I heard several words. I would look for the word evidence. So now using 3 fingers, I will tap and hold, and that should invoke my screen search.
search term, showing English US QWERTY keyboard.
I am now in the search field, and all I need to do is type in the word evidence, or simply type EV and see the matches that come up upon typing letters EV. I'll type those 2 letters and see what we get.
E. Showing items 1 to 10 of 81.
I typed in letter E and we're told that there are a total of 81 matches on my screen. I'll put in letter V as in Victor.
V. Victor. V. Showing items 1 to 4 of 4.
Typing letter V says we now have 4 items, and I could simply put down my finger and find the one that has the word evidence, that is, find the line that has the word evidence, or I could put in letter I to further narrow down my results. I'll type in letter I.
I. India. I. Showing items 1 to 2 of 2.
We're now down to 2, and I'm not going to continue typing. I'll put my finger down and see if I find a line that contains the word evidence.
Filings closely for new devices that might be evidence.
And there is the word evidence there at the last of that line. And that's how you go about doing a screen search using Talkback. That is, tapping with 3 fingers and holding to invoke the screen search feature.